Yirmeyahu, Jeremiah chapter 4. If you do return, O Yisrael, declares Yahweh, return to me. And if you remove your abominations from my presence and cease straying, and shall swear, as Yahuah lives, in truth, in right ruling, and in righteousness, the nations shall barach themselves in him, and they shall boast in him. For this is what Yahuah said to the men of Yehudah and Jerusalem: break up your tillable ground, and do not sow among thorns. Circumcise yourselves unto Yahuah, and take away the foreskins of your hearts, you men of Yehudah and inhabitants of Jerusalem, lest my wrath come forth like fire, and burn with none to quench it, because of the evil of your deeds. Declare in Yehudah, and let it be heard in Jerusalem, and say, blow the ram's horn in the land, cry aloud, and say, gather yourselves, and let us go into the walled city. Lift up the banner toward Zion. Be strong, do not stand still. For I am bringing evil from the north and great destruction. A lion has come up from his bush, and the destroyer of nations is on his way. He has departed from his place to make your land a ruin. Your cities are laid waste without inhabitant. For this, gird yourself with sackcloth, lament and wail, for the burning displeasure of Yahuah has not turned back from us. And in that day it shall be, declares Yahuah, that the heart of the sovereign shall perish, and the heart of the heads, and the Kohanim shall be astonished, and the Nevi'im wonder. Then I said, Adonai Yahuah, truly you have greatly deceived this people and Jerusalem, saying, peace is for you, whereas the sword reaches to the heart. At that time it shall be said to this people and to Jerusalem, a scorching wind of the bare heights blows in the wilderness toward the daughter of my people, not to fan or to cleanse. A wind too strong for this shall come for me. Now it is I who speak judgments against them. See, he comes up like clouds, and his chariots like a whirlwind. His horses shall be swifter than eagles. Woe to us, for we shall be ravaged. O Jerusalem, wash your heart from evil and be saved. Till when would your wicked thoughts remain within you? For a voice is declaring from Dan, and is proclaiming trouble from the Mount Ephraim. Announce to the nations, look, proclaim against Jerusalem, that besiegers are coming from a distant land, and raise their voice against the cities of Yehudah. Like keepers of a field, they are against her all around, because she has rebelled against me, declares Yahuah. Your ways and your deeds have brought this upon you. This is your evil, because it is bitter, because it has reached into your heart. Oh, my inward parts, my inward parts, I am in pain. Oh, the walls of my heart pounds in me, I am not silent. For you have heard, O my being, the sound of the ram's horn, a shout of battle. Destruction upon destruction is cried, for all the land is ravaged. Suddenly my tents are ravaged, my curtains in a moment. How long shall I see a banner and hear the sound of the ram's horn? For my people are foolish, they have not known me. They are stupid children, and they have no understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. I looked at the earth and saw it was formless and empty, and the Shamayim, they had no light. I looked at the mountains and saw they shook, and all the hills were swaying. I looked and saw there was no man, and all the birds of the Shamayim had fled. I looked and saw the garden land was a wilderness, and all its cities were broken down at the presence of Yahuah by his burning displeasure. For thus said Yahuah, all the earth shall be a ruin, but I shall not make a complete end. On account of this, let the earth mourn, and the Shamayim above be dark, because I have spoken, because I have purposed, and shall not relent, nor do I turn back from it. All the city is fleeing from the noise of the horsemen and bow archers. They shall go into bushes and climb up on the rocks. All the city is forsaken, and no one is dwelling in it. And when you are ravaged, what would you do? Though you put on crimson, though you adorn yourself with ornaments of gold, though you enlarge your eyes with paint, you adorn yourself in vain. Your lovers despise you, they seek your life. For I have heard a voice as of a woman in labor, the distress as of her who brings forth her first child, the voice of the daughter of Zion. She bewails herself, she spreads out her hands, saying, Woe to me, for my being faints because of murderers. Yirmeyahu, Jeremiah chapter 5. Diligently search the streets of Jerusalem, and please look and know and seek in her open places if you find a man, if there is anyone doing right ruling, seeking the truth, then I shall pardon her. Even when they say, as Yahuah lives, they swear falsely for certain. O Yahuah, are your eyes not on truth? You have smitten them, but they have not grieved. You have consumed them, but they have refused to receive instruction. They made their faces harder than rock. They refused to turn back. Then I said, These are only the poor. They have been foolish, for they have not known the way of Yahuah, the right ruling of their Elohim. Let me go to the great men and speak to them, for they have known the way of Yahuah, the right ruling of their Elohim. But these have altogether broken the yoke and torn off the bonds. Therefore a lion from the forest shall smite them, a wolf of the deserts ravage them. A leopard is watching over their cities. Whoever comes out of them is torn in pieces. For their transgressions have been many, their backslidings have been numerous. Why should I pardon you for this? Your children have forsaken me, and sworn by those that are not mighty ones. When I had filled them up, they then committed adultery, and they thronged to the house of a whore. They were like well-fed horses, each one neighed after his neighbor's wife. Would I not punish them for this, declares Yahuah? And would I not revenge myself on such a nation as this? Go up on her walls and destroy, but do not make a complete end. Take away her branches, for they do not belong to Yahuah. For the house of Yisrael and the house of Yehudah have utterly betrayed me, declares Yahuah. They have been untrue to Yahuah and said, It is not he, no evil comes upon us, nor do we see sword or scarcity of food. And the Nevi'im have become wind, and the word is not in them. Thus shall be done to them. Therefore thus said Yahuah Elohim of hosts, because you speak this word, see, I am making my words in your mouth fire, and this people wood, and it shall devour them. See, I am bringing a nation against you from afar, O house of Yisrael, declares Yahuah. It is an enduring nation. It is an ancient nation, a nation whose language you do not know, nor do you understand what they say. Their quiver is like an open tomb. All of them are mighty men. And they shall eat up your harvest and your bread, which your sons and daughters should eat. They shall eat up your flocks and your herds. They shall eat up your vines and your fig trees. With the sword they shall demolish your walled cities in which you are trusting. But even in those days, declares Yahuah, I shall not make a complete end of you. And it shall be when they say, Why does Yahuah our Elohim do all this to us? Then you shall answer them, As you have forsaken me and served foreign mighty ones in your land, so you shall serve foreigners in a land that is not yours. Declare this in the house of Yaakov, and proclaim it in Yehudah, saying, Hear this now, O foolish people without heart, who have eyes and see not, and who have ears and hear not. Do you not revere me, declares Yahuah? Do you not tremble at my presence? who have placed the sand as the boundary of the sea by an everlasting law, and it does not pass over it? Though its waves toss to and fro, they are not able. Though they roar, they do not pass over it. But this people has a backsliding and rebellious heart. They have turned aside and gone away. And they do not say in their heart, let us now revere Yahweh, our Elohim, who gives rain, both the former and the later in its season. He guards for us the law, the sheveot of harvest. Your wickednesses have turned these away, and your sins have kept the good from you. For among my people are found wicked men who lie in wait as one who lays snares. They have laid up a trap, they catch men. As a cage is filled with birds, so their houses are filled with deceit. Therefore they have become great and grown rich. They have become fat, they are sleek. They also overlook the deeds of the wicked. They did not rightly rule the cause of the fatherless, so that they prosper, and the right of the needy they did not rightly rule. Would I not punish them for this, declares Yahweh? Would I not revenge myself on such a nation as this? An astounding and horrible matter has come to be in the land. The Nevi'im have Navu falsely, and the Kohanim rule by their own hand, and my people have loved it so. And what are you going to do at the end of it? Yirmeyahu, Jeremiah chapter 6. O children of Benjamin, gather yourselves to flee out of the midst of Jerusalem. Blow the ram's horn in Tekoa, and put up a signal fire in Beth Hakerim. For evil has been seen from the north, and great destruction. I shall cut off the lovely and delicate one, the daughter of Zion. The shepherds with their flock shall come to her. They shall pitch their tents against her all around. They shall pasture each one in his own place. Declare battle against her. Arise, and let us go up at noon. Woe to us, for the day goes away, for the shadows of the evening are lengthening. Arise, and let us go by night, and let us destroy her palaces. For thus said Yahweh of hosts, cut down her trees and cast up a siege mound against Jerusalem. She is the city to be punished, in whose midst there is only oppression. As a well flows with water, so she flows with her evil. Violence and destruction are heard in her. Before me continually are suffering and smiting. Be instructed, O Jerusalem, lest my being be torn from you, lest I make you a waste, a land not inhabited. Thus said Yahweh of hosts, let them thoroughly glean as a vine the remnant of Yisrael. Pass your hand again over the branches like a grape gatherer. To whom shall I speak and give warning so that they hear? See, their ear is uncircumcised, and they are unable to listen. See, the word of Yahweh is a reproach to them. They do not delight in it. Therefore I am filled with the wrath of Yahweh. I have become weary of containing it. Pour it out on the children outside, and on the company of young men together, for even husband and wife shall be taken, the aged and the very old, and their houses shall be turned over to others, fields and wives together. For I shall stretch out my hand against the inhabitants of the land, declares Yahweh. For from the least of them even to the greatest of them, they are all greedy for gain, and from the Nevi even to the Kohen, all act falsely, and they heal the breach of my people slightly, saying, peace, peace, when there is no peace. Were they ashamed when they had done abomination? No, they were not at all ashamed, nor did they know how to blush. Therefore they shall fall among those who fall. They shall stumble at the time I visit them, said Yahweh. Thus said Yahweh, stand in the ways and see, and ask for the old paths, where the good way is, and walk in it, and find rest for yourselves. But they said, we do not walk. And I raised up watchmen over you. Listen to the sound of the ram's horn. But they said, we do not listen. Therefore hear you nations, and know, O congregation, what is upon them. Hear, O earth. See, I am bringing evil upon this people, even the fruit of their thoughts, because they have not listened to my words, nor my Torah, and they rejected it. What need have I of frankincense from Sheba, and sweet cane from a distant land? Your burnt offerings are not acceptable, and your slaughterings have not been sweet to me. Therefore thus said Yahuah, see, I am laying stumbling blocks before this people, and the fathers and the sons together shall stumble on them. The neighbor and his friend shall perish. Thus said Yahuah, see, a people shall come from the land of the north, and a great nation is stirred up from the farthest parts of the earth. They seize bow and spear. They are cruel and have no compassion. Their voice roars like the sea, and they ride on horses put in array as a man for battle against you, O daughter of Zion. We have heard the report of it. Our hands grow weak. Distress has taken hold of us, pain as of a woman in labor. Do not go out into the field, nor walk by the way, because of the sword of the enemy. Fear is on every side. O daughter of my people, gird on sackcloth, and roll about in ashes. Make mourning as for an only son, most bitter lamentation, because suddenly the ravager shall come upon us. I have made you a trier and a stronghold among my people, so that you know and shall try their way. All of them are rebels of rebels, walking as slanderers. They are bronze and iron, all of them are corrupters. The bellows have burned, the lead has been consumed by fire, the refiner has refined in vain, for those who are evil have not been separated. They shall call them rejected silver, because Yahuah has rejected them.